My name is Sheila Vanyawala, and here's a brief summary of my life. Here's a picture of me as a child. Just kidding, that's what most people think when I tell them I was born in Kenya. So I was born in Nyeri, Kenya, and I lived there for 9 years of my life. I was a pretty cool kid, as you can tell. Then I moved to Dubai for 2 years, and then eventually came to America in 2007. Here's a picture of my first Halloween in America. I was a doctor, and as you can see, my brother was Steve Jobs. I'm also a dancer and have a bachelor's degree in Kathak, which is an Indian classical form of dance. And I also tried part-time modeling, as you can see from the billboard here. And now on to the more serious stuff. Last year, a few months prior to turning 21, I found out that my H-4 visa would no longer be valid after my birthday. This was the visa that I was under for 10 years. I quickly applied for an F1 visa but received a rejection letter along with a notice to leave the country in 30 days. Through endless communication with attorneys, state senators, and law firms, the only option left was to leave the country and apply again as an international student. Not knowing whether my visa would be granted because I was certainly not an international student, my education and professional future in the U.S. was temporarily jeopardized. However, through this difficult situation, I was forced to mature and become more focused. I gained insight into the type of life I did not want, a 9-to-5 job in a society consumed by wealth, fame, and artificial happiness. I wanted to impact the world through medicine. I volunteered at an Indian public hospital last December to learn more about healthcare delivery in developing nations. Public hospitals in India are funded by the government and provide free healthcare to Indian citizens. However, medical supplies are in extreme shortage. Where I volunteered, there were only limited amount of rooms with air conditioning. Beds were also limited, so sometimes 2 patients were confined to 1 bed. Many premature babies succumbed to complications that would easily be treated or avoided in the U.S. Through this situation, I was exposed to the environment that I will be working with and the types of people I'll be working with in the future, since I want to be a part of Doctors Without Borders. My desire to work in such an environment was fueled by the lack of education in such areas, and I aspire to change the mindset of these underprivileged societies and spread awareness of health diseases after what I observed. And that's it. Thank you for listening.